Hello everyone, this is Duty Richard 1, and today I am going to be showing you the current progress on the Halloween display. So, this guy's batteries are dead, and this guy is old, so I hope his gear doesn't spoil because it's getting pretty noisy. But yeah, so the garage is virtually finished. There's just a few more things I have to do there. And then after I finish with that, then I'm just going to be setting stuff up in front of that, and then on Halloween Day I'm going to put it all right here somehow. So yeah, and for some reason this eyeball is slowing down. I think it's just defective on all of them because it's bigger. But at some points it won't even spin at all, so this is pretty good. Oh yeah, and then so in this window now, since the Jimmy fan picked up his Deadeye Drake, um, I have Brain Monster right there, and then in the top window, so at the Countess, I have Flaky Francis at the window, and she looks amazing. It's a little windy, so I'm probably going to have to unplug these guys. They probably need a break anyways. They've been plugged in straight for like a week or longer. But yeah, so here's the garage. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. Obviously, not all of this is going to stay in the garage. There's a few things up front right here. I'm just setting everything up so that way on Halloween Day I can just move it all out. But yeah, so I guess I'll give you a quick update on just in general how everything's working, all that stuff. She works fine, obviously. And I'm actually kind of glad that I bought her when I did, because I mean, for $75, like, she sold out like instantly everywhere because it's a good item, you know. It really is for 2018. Watching Vampires, he has like a split 10 tooth in the base, although it works. I'm just so nervous that he's like during Halloween night it's just gonna fully split and be over. Um, there's only a couple of things though that are like not fully functional, which is honestly mind blowing. Big thanks, of course, to Bailey, also known as the Jimmy Fan on YouTube, because without him helping out with so many of these things, this just wouldn't be possible. Like, seriously, for real. So many of these things he's been inside. But there's really, just from what I can see, like two things that don't fully work. And even if the gear is splitting, it still fully works. So there's only like two things. One of which is the crawling girl, unfortunately, but her head still moves and she lights up and has amazing audio. And the 2010 Jason, so the audio had gone out, and during the meetup they tried to fix that, and that wasn't successful. Now the head isn't even getting power to turn. So the eye moves, the bite moves, and the machete moves. So we're gonna have to figure out where he's gonna go. But yeah, so he moves and works even less now. Evil Ernie doesn't work at all for some reason. That's not really important. And then with this guy, he had a split gear in his neck last year, but he still fully works, mouth and everything. I just don't know where his adapter is. Sometime during the meetup it was misplaced or put somewhere, so that means I'm going to have to set up virtually everything I have, which I'm going to end up doing anyways. And hopefully at some point during that process I will come across his adapter so that he can be used, because he is a great prop. But yeah, so I'm just going to show you what all is down here. So we have floating ghost girl here. Has she been fixed? No, but she still floats up and down, so that's pretty cool. And she's going to probably go out there on batteries. The Deadhead Bowler I took down. His hip ring, of course, one piece is in a different box, so therefore I cannot set him up. The Rising from the Grave zombie, I actually used the body for the Rising from the Grave corpse on the module, just because the springs are sort of weak, and this is lighter weight, plus it's a more iconic one because it's harder to find and everything. And although there's no programming for this, there is a fog tube, so I can make fog come out of his mouth, so that is really cool. And I'm probably going to be using him out there. But I'm so glad that I have this. It's amazing, honestly, how many like older props I've gotten in the past month, really. Because one of my goals for this year was, rather than buying a bunch of 2018 stuff, just trying to find a lot of the like nostalgic, memorable things that like the everyday person would recognize, such as the Lurching Vampire. Like I said in another video, a family friend of ours, she doesn't decorate at all, and she remembered seeing this guy at Spirit Halloween. It's absolutely crazy, like, because these things were that good back then. Like the zombie barrel, I'm sure someone will remember. When I had Uncle Charlie, some kid was like, "Hey, I remember seeing him at Spirit Halloween. He was really cool." So that's going to be really awesome. And also just the fact that if you see these props at any other display, there's a good chance that they don't fully work because their gears are split at this point. But thanks to the help of Bailey, almost everything fully works 100%. So this is truly a one-of-a-kind of experience in 2018. So I am really excited about this display. Yeah, like this evil cauldron witch, this crawling girl, the zombie barrel, those just popped up locally for very good prices. It's just absolutely incredible. This cauldron witch so much has been done to her, and she works flawlessly. Couldn't be happier. And the Ivana getup witch wasn't rising up and down, and we fixed a cold solder joint in the circuit board, and then she wasn't rising down, but now she fully works again, except for the mouth that sort of broke on its own after being fixed already. I think the spring broke on it, but she rises up and down now, so that's cool. Let me know in the comments, because I do have another cauldron witch that does work. However, the head is still not fixed and is at a different place right now. It's actually in the collection building for the Jimmy fan. So let me know in the comments if I should use her head for the other cauldron witch, or if I should just use her as is, because that would be really helpful for me if you answered that. Then we have all sorts of small things here. I'm going to move Chewy, but we have Froderick and Timmy Tumbles right here. We actually have the Jimmy Pet Rat. I think that's a cool spot for him. And the Teddy Bear, the original model, which has actually gained some split gears, surprisingly. Up here we have the light-up green-eyed floating ghost, which I recently found for a whopping $7 with the Jimmy fan and Willington at a thrift store sort of thing. We got the Midnight Countess here fully working. This guy, Skeleton Blower, is fully working. Beheaded Bride, her eyes don't light up or blink, but I like how her eyes are really wide open because that makes her much creepier looking, in my opinion, when they normally are not open that wide. So I'm fine with that. And then Giles fully works. She's starting to like wear out, but she works. Zombie Barrel, these two. I am super nervous about her because she lasted a whole Halloween last year after being fixed, and she lasted at least like an hour total of test running this past weekend. So I'm hoping that she can sustain herself. Same with the hovering ghost. And then over here we have Mr. Zombody. My only issue with him is that the staples are still out of him, so he'll get caught sometimes, and also he'll just crawl too far and like crawl past where he's supposed to be and stuff. And that can be sort of a pain. I think it's just in his programming. But it's definitely cool to have one working. I wish that it was this creepy crawler that was actually functioning, but it's good to have one anyways. And then we got the low zombie right here. He's going to be going in the front. I may put this Jason in the front. We got the Fat Bowler, Graves the Fat Bowler. I am super duper nervous about this guy because he has split gears in everything. The eyes, the mouth, and the neck, although everything works. And there's like a loose wire on the LED in one of his eyes. However, I don't want something to happen to the head movement where it damages it, like the head movement just fries or something. So I'm sort of paranoid about that, but I think he'll be fine. And then we have Derpy Bowler, because why not have the Derpy Bowler out here? Besides, my other gray hair Bowler is in like mint condition, so I want to preserve him best I can without having to open him up at all. Then we have Dr. Shivers, which is fully working, and that is a really cool thing to have. It's like an accomplishment, honestly. We got Jack Skellington, Deadeye Drake. His hat came undone a little bit, and then the Glowing Mummy, which I have not displayed since 2014, actually. So it's really cool to have him back out here. Then we have these short circuit lights. Also, if you think I should use the Jimmy color changing skull light string instead of these flickering attic lights, let me know down below, and I will make that change if enough people say so. I just want to get your opinion. We got a few dropping heads and everything. Don't know if I'm going to use them really. On this table we have Zoltan, my Gypsy Spirit Ball, which still fully works after all this time. The Dr. Shiver Spirit Ball, which fully works now. We have the Swami with a wire off of the eye, but still fully working otherwise, and the fully working Witch. Sally, the sound went out again on that large skull spirit ball, but he still works animation wise. We got the heads up Harry, half heads up Harry. We got him down there. That thing is a good spot for him. And then the random movie projector, I'm going to put that somewhere. In the Fortune Witch, it seems like a good spot. And I'm going to put a bunch of tabletops out here once I get this situated. Like, I'm going to put small spirit balls everywhere. My main predicament right now is just batteries, because I need a buttload of batteries. Like, I need a lot. Oh yeah, and then Dearly Departed came in the mail. I don't think anyone even has this thing, so that's just a little cool bonus. If I get another fog machine at like Lowe's on clearance, I may hook her up to one. And then he's holding the microphone. And these two hanging like Donna ghosts are there. I'm just really excited about this year. And you know, people may think, well, what if it rains and then no one comes? Regardless, I'm still going to be filming this with a good camera, and I'm going to make it an amazing display. Even if I set up everything outside, animated wise, like a couple days after, I just want to have it filmed because this is such an accomplishment for me. It's just really, really cool. But yeah, so it's, despite how much stuff is in here, the garage is not done. I will hopefully get that finished very soon. And yeah, so now this is a longer video. I just sort of wanted to explain everything and just so that way I don't have to do one of these again, basically. Just get it out all out of the way in one video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.